Hi guys. I hope you guys get this notification. Who really knows? I'm gonna wait for some people to get in before I start really talking. I'm also going to clean my camera. Could have definitely tried to look somewhat presentable for this, but also no need to. I did do my hair and makeup for the first time outside of a music video last night because we went on a date. Just live back here. We went on a date last night for the first time since lockdown, but we probably hadn't been on a date for like a few weeks before that too.
We went to Sloan's like right before.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, no, you're right. We actually used to go out a lot.
Yeah, probably like once a week.
Yeah, we were talking yesterday because we had steak a couple nights ago, and I was like, we should get that steak again. And he was like, yeah, well, we should go get some. And I was like, or we could go out. And then we remembered, like, oh, yeah, we can go out because we haven't been able to for so long. And
yeah, restaurants just opened a couple days ago.
So. Yeah, restaurants just opened in LA. So we went to dinner and had some drinks and some steaks. And it was really nice. And it was nice to have some makeup on and real clothes on. I like wore heels. Literally, I got blisters within 5 minutes because my feet are so not used to wearing any shoes except for like flip-flops and running shoes that the idea of any other type of shoe was like, no, we don't do this. Okay, so I want to talk about what I've been talking about on Instagram and on Twitter because I'm just tired of like being silent about it and nothing's happening, and now my new music video's out and it's still not getting the treatment that it deserves and it fucking sucks. So a while ago, probably about 6 months ago, if I had to guess a time, my channel was shadow banned. She said, I thought, babe, look, but try not to get your head in the frame because it looks like your leg is my leg.
Get it.
That's so funny.
I'll hide it.
So I was shadow banned because around the same time, a group of people decided to put out hit pieces that were filled with lies and slander and defamation and misinformation and malice. So it was put out, the first one, a couple hours after my Broken Girls music video. So my Broken Girls music video went up. It was trending. It was a great day. The views were doing great. I was in such a great mood. And then this video came out, and then they took Broken Girls off of trending and never trended my music videos again and never trended my videos again. My music videos consistently, every single time I put out a music video, trend between 1, 2, and number 3 spot. Like I put out my music video and YouTube right away is like, okay, trend it. This is one of our creators, let's support her. And then they never trended my music videos again. Or any of my videos. So then I recently talked about it in a YouTube video where I was dyeing my hair, and I was just opening up a little bit about everything because I've been threatened before. So I never really spoke about it because I was warned against it. Basically, like, you'll lose your partner support. We can literally completely kill your channel more than it already is. So I didn't speak about it, and then it just kind of reached a point where I was like, it doesn't matter. Like my channel's shadow banned anyways. Sorry, guys. Okay, so anyway, in my video where I was talking about where I was dyeing my hair, I talked about how YouTube shadow banned my channel and wouldn't trend me anymore. And then they trended that video. So they don't trend any of my videos. And then I talk about the fact they won't trend my videos, and then they trend it, which in my opinion was to make me look like a fucking idiot by trending a video where I'm talking about them not trending my videos to make it look like I'm crazy. And it's just another form of manipulation or gaslighting. Like, what are you talking about? We trend your videos. And then anybody watching it who might have heard that, which it worked because people were messaging me being like, oh my God, look, they trended your video. It's like, okay, well, you haven't for 6 months. If you search, like, I have 6 years of content. I've done TV shows. I have viral vines. I have music videos and regular videos with tens of millions of views. I do podcasts. I do interviews. I do so much. And when you watch my videos, if you search my name, it's all hate. It's all drama. I had a friend on Twitter who I just recently made, who he saw that I tweeted about being an indie artist charting on Billboard, and he found me because I was tweeting Black Lives Matter stuff, which YouTube also heavily suppresses. They suppress anything talking about Black Lives Matter, about race wars in America, and they suppress anything with anything related to trans, gay, lesbian, bi, anything LGBTQIA plus at all. They completely push down. So he watched 3 music videos of mine and had never watched anything else about me, had never searched anything about me, literally didn't know who I was. Like, literally, he was like, send me your music. I want to know what's up. So when I sent him that, the next time he opened YouTube, everything was hate. He said, I'm so confused. Literally, let me read you our messages because it's devastating and it's fucking heartbreaking and it's what I've been dealing with for fucking months. So he said, ever since I checked you out, I just reopened my YouTube. My YouTube algorithm has put videos of people calling you a scammer, a bad friend, crazy, how you're scaring people. These videos have a ton of views. I didn't watch any of them. I said, that's the issue. He goes, I'm here for your funny, clever tweets and cute-ass pics and social justice. I said, it breaks my heart for real. He said, I closed YouTube. It's crazy they'll push those videos to me, but not your music or anything else. The thumbnails seem to be really catty, gossip girly type of YouTube beef. That's not my shit. Why is there so much hate about you? Is it all just lies and jealousy? I honestly don't really care, but I just want to make sure you're a good person. Like, I'm just a random ass Twitter guy. You don't owe me any explanations. So I said, it really is. It's all lies, provably and demonstrably. He said, honest to God. I said, honest to God. He said, okay. And like, that right there is the problem. Like, this is a friend who I just made who knows nothing about me, who like thought I was a good person and enjoyed me. And he is questioning me, like this new friend who like for the last like probably couple weeks, we just like have really good exchanges. We talk about like what's going on in America and race and life and porn, like how, because he like worked in that industry and was like, we were just talking about all these like normal things. And he was just like, you're talented, you're cool. Like, I'm so excited to look into your music. And then he's like, are you like are you a good person? Like, do you swear? Like questioning my integrity because of the videos that YouTube has put out. And YouTube doesn't care because YouTube makes a lot of fucking money doing this. Because hate videos about me, regardless of the fact that my channel is shadow banned, which I showed on Twitter, they hide. Somebody said they put out a video defending me and talking about what YouTube did, and they hid their comments twice. I've had hundreds, probably thousands of people that I haven't even seen reach out to me and say, I went back to your video that I know for sure that I liked, and YouTube keeps removing my likes from your videos. This right here is fucking crazy. So somebody put out multiple videos reacting to my music, and they clearly tag on it, GABBIE, HANNA, Broken Girls 2-way mirror reaction. And then in the tags, they only show Broken Girls 2-way mirror and reaction. So they removed the tag of my name on a positive video. Same thing right here. They did Glass House, GABBIE, HANNA, Bad Karma, Glass House reaction video. Bad Karma, Glass House reaction video. Like, they removed my name again. Like, they're literally hiding positive comments about me. They're removing likes on my videos. They're hiding my channel and my content from my viewers. They're pushing and perpetuating videos that say I'm a rape apologist, which is not true, that I exploited the death of a murdered teen, which is not true, that I've scammed my fans, which is not true, that I bully my fans, which is not true. Just so many lies and rumors and gossip and slander that they push and they push and they push, and they know about it. Because I've had conversations with them about it. My YouTube representative went to YouTube. It was in front of Susan, was in front of the executives, and has said this is an issue, not just with GABBIE, but your top female creators get an unjust, unfair amount of hate and slander. They push these videos, and this isn't what the platform should be, and they don't care. They said, well, they're worried about freedom of speech, right? They said, well, people can say what they want. Like, you have to really cross a line to be considered harassment, bullying, slander, defamation. And they're all about freedom of speech and saying what you want, which, of course, we all agree should be a thing, but you silence your creators. I have a video from a YouTuber who he reached out to me. He said that he spoke up against this type of behavior, and YouTube called him from an anonymous Google, called him. He refused to give him his name. He literally said anonymously, and when he asked for his name, he said, can I have your name? Like, who is calling me from Google? He said, I'd rather not say, I'd rather use my alias. But you will no longer be paid by YouTube, and you are losing your partner support. They completely silenced and gaslighted him and wouldn't even give the name of the person who was saying it to him. They were hiding behind a screen like a fucking internet troll. And as far as what is harassment and slander and bullying, how about we talk about the fact that there's people fucking photoshopping thumbnails of me saying racial slurs. And that was brought to their attention. Nobody gave a fuck. You can Photoshop me with ugly face, like intentionally mocking me and harassing me with racial slurs. You can make videos viral mocking me. You can call me a monster, a master manipulator, twist stories and narratives, say that I'm exploiting the murder of a teenager, saying that I'm bullying my fans, which would never fucking happen. And that's another thing I'd like to say. This isn't particularly about YouTube, but if you at me, if you put my name in a tweet or you tag me in a hate comment or a hate post that has misinformation and I respond and I literally just say this isn't true or whatever it is, you don't get to message me and say that I'm harassing you and sending my fans to attack you because I responded to you. You tagged me publicly. And I responded to you as a person, responding to a person. If I talk, no matter what I do or say, I'm a manipulator, I'm harassing people, I'm bullying people literally for defending myself, which I barely do. And I didn't do for months because I just wanted to be left alone. People want me to be dramatic. They say, I want drama, I want attention. When do I ever say anything about anyone? I'm silent. I literally don't even defend myself until it gets to the point that people are dragging the murder of a teenager across the internet, using her face in their thumbnails, using her name in their titles, using her story as a way to attack me. And I finally have to say something after I've already reached out and spoken to her mother, trying to make it right, because she's now having to relive this. I came and I said something publicly. Besides that, when have I ever, in the last few years, done anything? Even in my storytime videos, I'm always keeping names anonymous. I'm doing my best. I'm just being entertaining. I'm talking about people that nobody knows. But YouTube doesn't want the drama. They want to run with the narrative that is safest for advertisers. So they don't trend my music. They shadow ban my channel. They recommend hate videos because it makes them money. YouTube makes 50% of what we make. They take half our money. If I earn $50, YouTube takes $25. We create free content for their platform so that they can continue to be a platform. And they take 50%, and that's fine because they're a private platform. all I would expect as a top creator for the past 6 years, who's put my time, blood, sweat, and tears and put literally everything else aside for YouTube, just show my content, recommend my music, support me as the creator that's always been loyal to you. I've told my friends when they speak out publicly against YouTube, like, listen, don't bite the hand that feeds, just keep working, like, work hard, and like it'll even itself out. And now it's like I feel bad for ever doing that and like saying that and giving that advice, because now I'm actually experiencing it. And it's something that, like, from the outside, you're like, oh, like, you know, that person's videos just aren't doing that well right now and she's taking it out on YouTube. No, you shadow banned my channel and you gaslight me about it. You have this in front of your eyes and you're saying, YouTube has very clear guidelines in their rules about bullying, harassment, slander, creator on creator attacks. And if you think that a subject line of shut up, nobody likes you, everybody hates you, the dark psychology of GABBIE HANNA, that's not harassment, that's not creator on creator attacks, you think, there's so much I could say. And it's just so frustrating because all I want and all I've been doing, if you look at like my content for literally years, I don't fucking bring anybody's name into my shit. I don't respond to drama unless it's at the for the respect of trying to let somebody rest in fucking peace. And I'm finally brought to the point of like, I can't allow to watch this girl's name get dragged for money like this. I have to say something. When do I ever fucking start drama with anybody? Like, I don't put anybody's name ever in my thumbnails and my titles. I don't tweet about anybody. I'm not negative to anybody. Like, I try so hard to support other creators, and I know you guys see it, especially if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. All I do is try to fucking uplift other creators. If I see somebody working on something new or putting out music, I always put it on my story. If a friend of mine writes a book or sends me merch or a makeup palette, I always post that shit. All I've ever done is support other creators. And people make me out to be like this monster person who's like constantly trying to bring people down. But like, if I was a bad person who wanted attention, don't you think I would have responded to all this shit while it was happening? Not that it would have helped, because no matter what I say, it's going to be twisted and manipulated. I don't want the attention like that. You think that I want to put out projects and this be the type of attention that I'm getting? No, I didn't ask for that. Like, I put out Broken Girls and I wanted the attention on that. I didn't say anybody's fucking name, especially fucking publicly. Like, I would never. And I'm so fucking sick of this narrative of GABBIE HANNA's always starting drama. She's stirring the pot. She's just doing this for attention because she has a project coming out. What are you talking about? I'm stirring, what pot am I stirring? Who am I poking? What am I talking about that like is stirring the pot and trying to get attention for my projects? But like, that's the narrative that people just like run with. Exactly. Danny Marie Williams, you never start drama with anybody. Exactly. I don't even respond to it. And the one time that I did respond to drama, it was because after 5 months of me letting it go, like everybody could have just like let it go, and I was like, this is something that I'm not going to respond to, because I listen to my friends, my family, my therapist, like the people around me who want the best intention for me, to other top creators who I respect and admire and reached out to for advice, and every single person has said to me, are those things that they said about you true? And I said no. And they said, do you know that they're not true? Do the people in your life and the people you care about know they're not true? And I said yes. And they said, then why are you stressed? The truth will come out, and you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be the person who's fighting on the internet. And I was like, you're right. You're fucking right. I'm 29 years old. I don't want this. There's nothing to back up these claims that are being said. If you look into these situations, you'll realize that everything has been twisted and the narrative has been spun in a way that makes a lot of money because it gets a lot of attention. So I didn't say anything, and it got worse and worse and worse. And we're at a point in history where silence can be misquoted. It's like Ellie said in my video. So my silence was misquoted, and I'm like in this corner where, like, no matter what I do, it's just like, if I'm silent, it's because I'm guilty. If I apologize, it's because I'm backpedaling or admitting fault or saving face. If I cry, I'm playing the victim. If I don't, I'm a sociopath. Like, I put out a Twitter statement and it's not good enough, and I'm told that I need to shut up because people don't want your answer in Twitter statement. I was literally told, we want you to get in front of a video. That's not how this works. You need to make a video explaining everything. Why? Because it's more content to talk about and spin a narrative? Because that would draw more attention to my audience who isn't interested in the drama? Because if you guys actually cared about the truth or the answer or my side, you wouldn't care if it was in video format or if it was in Twitter format or whatever format. You wouldn't demand that I put it on YouTube unless you just wanted to watch the show. People just want to watch me burn and crumble. That's what Special is about. Special has been about being absolutely silenced and being bullied and, like, harassed and pushed into a corner and, like, never being able to win. And then just, like, this isn't even about that. This is about YouTube's contribution to this. YouTube's contribution to this is when I brought this to YouTube, when my rep brought this to YouTube, when this was put in front of Susan, in front of YouTube executives, and they knew the issue, and they knew that I was on the brink of suicide because I let them know. This has put me in such a dark place. And then I had to, like, disappear for a while, and I was just posting happy shit and trying to, like, keep it up because I knew that if it got worse that I wouldn't be able to, like, live with it. And when they knew that, they said there was nothing they could do. But I'm sorry, I don't understand how, if you have rules about creator on creator attacks and somebody's posting a video about me every single day, saying things that I proved to YouTube were not true, and showed them it's not true, and showed them with evidence and facts that you guys haven't even seen that it's not true. If you can Photoshop thumbnails of me saying things I would never say, like, I understand that I'm a public figure, right? And when it comes to being a public figure, you put yourself up for a lot of scrutiny. But I feel like I don't know, dude. And all I want, like, truly, is to make music and write poetry and draw and perform and just be free of this and just, like, not have my channel literally completely shut down by YouTube and suppressed, and to have these harmful narratives keep being pushed and pushed. And then I just don't understand how, like, I can say my side of a story. Like, if somebody says their side of the story, everybody covers it. It's covered by every channel that does commentary or drama or tea, whatever. And then when the other side of the story comes out, it's crickets. When Bianca Devon's mother spoke up and said that she felt personally offended and hurt by all of the channels actually using Bianca's name and image and story in their thumbnails, it was crickets. Nobody apologized. Everybody said, you have to apologize, you have to apologize. When Bianca's mother said to me, you did nothing wrong. You complimented her t-shirt. Like, you didn't say anything offensive. You didn't talk about her story. You said you liked her t-shirt. Bianca was a fan of you. This is insane to me. I feel personally offended by these videos that are putting my daughter's name and using her story as a way to affect you. She put out a video saying that. Crickets. When I put out my response to all the drama in November that everybody covered every single day for months and piled onto, And then stuff came out where it's like, oh, actually, this is the person who was actually doing all the stuff GABBIE was accused of. Actually, there's a huge hole in this story. And then there was another narrative out there, crickets. So are we only covering stories that make me look bad? Are we only covering stories against me? Are we not covering information? Except for Spill. I saw Spill show both sides because they are reporting. They're actually showing. But it becomes a point where it's blatantly obvious what is reporting and what is a hit piece. Because if this was just reporting, then when Bianca's mother spoke out and when I said my piece about the Bianca situation, then there would have been people who covered that, right? If we're just covering stories. When I spoke out about the situation in November and showed my side of it, and then somebody else got completely exposed as like, oh, you were actually collabing with this person. You were actually publicly friends with this person. Crickets? And then YouTube perpetuating the same stories and the same lies. Dude, I've been holding this in for so long. Like, going to fucking therapy and like just trying to keep my head down and work on my art. But like I didn't respond for 6 months or 5 months to the big wave of drama in November, right? And then that happened the day I put out my music video. And I was gonna let it go, right? I didn't say anything. I said I'm just gonna make music. I went to the fucking T-Spill. I just saw your comment. I didn't see it. Honestly, I searched. If you did cover it, I 100% appreciate it. If it was a fair and unbiased thing, I only saw one. I don't know if it was you or not, that basically said that I was putting everything off and that I was making excuses once again. That's all I saw is the first video. And then I saw another video where my boyfriend actually commented something in my support, and his comment was deleted immediately. So I don't know whose channel that was. I got sent a video that was covering it, and the entire video was basically not actually covering anything I said. So if you did actually show the full truth and the other side of it, and you exposed the person who actually collabed with and was friends with and publicly defended that person, then good. For real, I mean it. Thank you and good on you. I would love for you to send me that video so that I could see it. Because my point in this is it's my name that is garnering clicks and money. So it's not negativity sells. It's not personal. It is very much personal for me. I want you guys to understand that. I'm a human being. I am a real life person who every day has to wake up and say and see shit that I exploited the murder of a teenager because I said in a video that I liked her t-shirt while I was scrolling through a Vox article. And I still get those messages. I get people who accuse me of saying the N-word because in a TikTok where I literally stop singing and smile in that clip where when the N-word comes up, and I smile, people are still trying to say that I said the N-word for a TikTok where I literally smiled when the word came up. I still have to wake up every day and see that I'm a rape apologist and I defended a rapist and I left my best friend to collab with her rapist, which isn't true. This is very much personal for me. This is my life. This is record labels pulling out of meetings and contracts because they don't want to be associated. This is my channel, my livelihood, being shadow banned based on false accusations. This is my social media plummeting by hundreds of thousands of followers and subscribers, which to me helped me with my music career, which is my passion, that I poured my blood, time, sweat, tears, energy, and love into. This is very much personal because that right there, like that comment is literally a major part of the problem. I'm a person. It's not personal. Negativity is popular. That's the problem. Is this type of content is perpetuated to human beings. And my content is shadow banned. My videos don't get pushed out. My video got ripped from trending, and I've been blocked from trending ever since. This is my career. This is my life. This is people from my hometown seeing lies and rumors spread about me. This is my relationships being ruined. This is YouTubers and my friends from this space will not answer my fucking text messages because they're afraid of being swept into the drama. This is me being uninvited to birthday parties and Christmas parties. This is my friends unfollowing me on social media because they believe a false narrative. This is my fucking life. This is personal to me. This is me spending tens of thousands of dollars and pouring everything I have, my energy and my time and my emotions into my work, and it being stifled by YouTube. I used to put out a YouTube video, a music video, and it would be number 1, 2, 3 on trending. I get 2 million views in a day. And yes, I know that views don't matter, but this is my job, people. It does matter. This is me trying to make a name for myself in music. And now these videos, my music videos, which have a strong following, aren't being served to my audience. My music is number 1 on iTunes. My EP was number 1 on iTunes. It charted on 3 separate Billboard charts. It was playlisted by Apple Music and Spotify. But YouTube can't not only trend it, they won't even give it to my audience. Bad Karma sold a ton of copies, dude, and was streamed like crazy and is charting on Billboard, but it has 700,000 views on YouTube. That's because it's only coming from my Instagram, my Twitter, not from YouTube. And I can look at my analytics and see that. Somebody commented, they said, don't take it so personally. People just want negativity. What the fuck do you mean don't take it personally? How is this not me? People literally don't think I'm a human being. They think that I'm it just doesn't make any fucking sense to me, dude. And T-Spill came in and she said, was that the channel that was one of the first ones to post it?
I really don't remember.
So one of the drama channels came in and they said, I covered both sides because I was complaining. I was like, you guys literally covered, when it was me in the drama, every single day there's a new video about it. And then when I put out my side, silence.
Yeah.
When somebody else was actually exposed for collabing with this person.
Nobody said a word about it.
Nobody said a word. You know why? Because nobody fucking is going to click that title. And because that goes against the narrative that's been spun.
Exactly.
And I've stayed silent about it for so fucking long because everybody says, I want drama, I want drama. No, the fuck I don't. I want to be left the fuck alone. I want to make music and write poetry. And it just I've become the internet punching bag and I'm so tired. I put out the Roast Yourself Harder. And when I put that out, it was so highly praised by the audience and by other creators alike. Everyone was like, this is exactly the truth. This is so whatever. And now it's popular to hate me. So now 2 years after it comes out, it's a meme. And that's fine because it still brings the views. It still brings me attention on my music and my work. But just the fact that it's this has been out for 2 years, everybody loved it when it came out. And now all of a sudden it's oh, this is so cringy. This is so terrible. Why does she think that she should be doing this? I wrote a book 2.5 years ago. It's in Urban Outfitters 2 years after its inception. It was a New York Times bestseller. It consistently, for 3 years, every month, this isn't me trying to flex on you guys, consistently every single month, after the initial big explosion of everybody getting at the beginning, has sold $40,000 in books every single month for 3 years. That's because people like the book. That's because it has superseded my own audience. Everyone's saying everybody just buys it because they're fans. First of all, my fans are allowed to buy my stuff. That's who's supposed to buy my stuff. Stop fucking bullying my fans for supporting me. But second of all, it's still $40,000 a month, which means there's people who are recommending it. It means it's still getting shelved in good places at stores because it's selling well. And I don't even care when people talk about the book. I've already covered this. But the point is that book was out for 2.5 years. And now that it's popular to hate me, all of a sudden everybody has an interest in talking about it and shitting on it. And now if my fans try to defend me and speak a little bit of truth, then they get all this hate too, and they get told that they're defending a monster and that they're brainwashed because they like me. Like, I'm literally watching my fans get bullied. I watch my fans deactivate their accounts. If a creator dares to talk to me, you guys go harass the shit out of them. If there's a hashtag trending that's in my favor, then it's completely swamped with hate. But this isn't personal. Like, you can't see my name on social media without it being dragged. But it's not personal. For the rest of my life, this stuff is going to follow me. But it's not personal. Brands are afraid to work with me because everything that's going on, but it's not personal. People who I thought were my friends for years don't want me to come to their party, but it's not personal. I get text messages saying, I'm so sorry what's happening to you. I don't believe anything that's going on. I know you, I know your heart, but I need to ask you not to interact with me and not to come to my parties. Sorry, I have to unfollow you. I'm sorry I can't film with you anymore. I'm sorry I have to cancel our collab. But it's not personal. It's my friends, my business, my jobs, my reputation, people in my hometown, people I went to high school with, people I went to college with, people who know me in my real life, people I've worked with. I do an interview, I go on somebody's podcast, and they post about it, and they're excited to promote it because they're like a fan of me and like wanted me on their podcast, and all the responses are, you need to do better research. I'm so disappointed in you. You need to research your guests before you have them on. You know, this girl is a rape apologist and she left her best friend for her best friend's rapist. Like, literal disprovable slander. But it's not personal. And YouTube is not only complicit, which is the point of this thing, is I'm tired of staying silent. I'm tired of being threatened. I'm tired of being gaslighted. I'm tired of being ignored. They're not just complicit. They put fuel on the fire. I have so many screenshots, despite also myself. I have 3 different YouTube channels. I have every drama channel hidden. Like, do not recommend this channel because I don't want to see it. And still, like, I'm not engaging with these channels. I'm not watching these channels. And I still get served hate videos. People who watch 3 of my music videos, their entire feed is just filled with hate videos. Sorry, guys, I'm just reading some of your comments. And then nobody reaches out to me either. And that's a huge issue, is if you're going to repeat on a story, and that went viral too, is me desperately messaging channels like, please listen to my side. Please hear me out. Please ask me first. Pleading with them, because if I don't get on and make a dramatic video for them to maybe or maybe not talk about, then I'm ignored. So please just ask me. Please get my side. Please don't make this so one-sided. And then the response to that was to tweet my messages of desperately pleading for some fucking humanity. And that was used to show how I'm trying to change the narrative and I'm desperate and I'm erratic and impulsive. I literally don't say anything online. The only time I've ever really said anything online about any of this is when GABBIE DiMartino was blackmailed and I got defensive for her because she called me sobbing, and I tweeted about it and then I deleted it right away because I realized I don't want this. Thank you, baby. Peyton's here, by the way. People were saying, why isn't Peyton there? Why do you leave her? Peyton's always here. And this is fucked up too, is like my boyfriend, who's the best person in the literal fucking entire world, gets swept into this. People talk about his life. People talk about our relationship. People say that I'm using him or he's using me or I'm manipulative or abusive to him. They drag my best friend into it. People who are kind to me because they know who I am inside, they're called an enabler. They're called a yes man. They're contributing to my toxic behavior. Maybe the reason I'm surrounded with such nice, cool, empathetic, kind, not problematic people is because they like me. Maybe it's not that I'm some master manipulator who takes advantage and tricks all of these grown people. Maybe they just like me and support me and see me who I actually am and not what the internet says. But when I'm having severe panic attacks and puking and can't sleep and can't eat, like, he's the one who's here and has to deal with that, and that's not fair to him. It's not fair to my friends who get hate. It's not fair to my grandma who tells me that she's praying for me and she wishes this would all stop and she wishes there was something to do. It's not fair to my little siblings who have to go to school and people tell them that their sister defended a rapist or is a rape apologist. This has affected so many people's lives outside of me and my music and my brand deals and my work and my career and everything I've worked for years. This is affecting so many people. My friends, my family, my boyfriend, brands who have worked with me, record labels who who pulled out of their meetings, like, my management team, my production team. Somebody asked what shadow banning was. Basically, shadow banning is they won't deliver your content. Won't recommend your content unless you're like, even people who very, very actively like watch my content, like have been fans for 6 years, watch every video, they still won't get served or recommended my stuff. But if they go to my channel and they click my video, like they'll watch my music video today, the first recommended videos will all be hate channels or hate videos or slander or defamation and drama. I have 6 years of content. I have tens of millions of views on my top videos. I have viral music. I have viral vines. I have podcasts. I have so much stuff to recommend, and what's recommended is not my videos. Why didn't I speak out sooner? Somebody asked. Because I don't like drama. Like, I don't want this. Like, no, my podcast channel's not shadow banned. My podcast channel is a new channel that isn't my channel. So that one's not shadow banned. But my point is, if you're watching my videos, even though I have another channel, which is my podcast channel, that's connected to my channel. It's literally like, they know that it's my content, right? And I have a playlist of my podcast as well, and they don't recommend my podcast, but they'll recommend a hate video with anywhere between 500 and 2 million views over any of my content or my other channels or interviews that I do or the MTV shows that I've done or like literally anything. And the fucked up part is I know that like somebody said, why didn't you speak out sooner? Who wants to bet that this is going to be, if it's talked about at all, taken out of context? I'm playing the victim. I can't accept responsibility. I'm passing the blame. I'm just manipulating you guys, and everybody who agrees with me is just my brainwashed fans and my stans. And like, I'm not allowed to be a human being. Like, people will be like, oh, she's so defensive. When first of all, I'm not even really saying or doing anything publicly, but like, why can you not be defensive if the entire world is saying something about you that's not true? And even if I wanted the drama, if I wanted to capitalize on everything that was going on, as if there's anything that I could say in that time that would have done anything. It's like I said, like, if I cry, I'm the victim. If I don't cry, I'm a sociopath. If I say something, then I want the attention. I'm such a drama whore. If I don't, then I'm ignoring it because I want it to go away. If I apologize, then I'm backpedaling and I just want to do damage control. If I don't apologize, it's because I can't accept my wrongs. Like, there's nothing that I can say or do. And I hope that you guys can like understand and see that I've been completely dehumanized as a person. And I've been mocked. I've been ignored. The day the first video came up about me, somebody FaceTimed me. And we had a conversation, and the entire FaceTime call, it was, I agree with you, you're 100% right, like, I know this person in person too, and, like, everything you're saying is 100% true, they did do that, they did say that, like, you need to ignore it, like, girl, you're so above this, your music is so good, like, you're beyond YouTube, like, just ignore it, it'll go away. We get off the phone, and that person immediately started tweeting how what I did was wrong. And then made videos bashing me and saying the exact opposite of everything that they said to me on FaceTime. And then when I asked certain people, like, can you please talk to me? They said, no, make a video. Because it's never been about getting my side or presenting both sides. Because if that was the truth, then you could have easily gotten my side and presented it and said I had a conversation with her and this is what she said. But that's not what happened. What happened was you said, make a video about it or I'm going to ignore everything that you said, and then blast all of the me begging for you to please just listen to me and hear my side. So, like, what can I say? And if I was to speak out against what YouTube's been doing, they've been threatening me. Oh, I really want to fucking say the thing that I had to remove out of the Bianca video so bad. Honestly, at this point, what's it matter? Remember when they said, like, if you keep this part in the video, like, don't expect any type of support or help from us ever again? So then I had to remove it out of the video, and it's something that completely fucking, like,
That's right.
cleared me.
Yeah.
And it would have, like, helped me so much. And I was, like screaming, crying on the phone.
That's right.
And I was like, please, like, you guys fucked me so hard and lied to me and dropped the ball. And now I'm trying to explain to my audience what happened. And you're telling me if I tell them the truth that I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Like, literally, YouTube has told me you can't speak or else you're fucked. People are saying, say it, but, like, I'm still scared. Isn't that fucked up that I'm still scared?
Right. I know.
Should I just say it? No. When it came to the Bianca situation, like, there was something that, like, I wish I could have said it and shown it, and I did. It was, like, probably 5 minutes of the video was, like, explaining this situation, and I was told, you cannot put that in your video. And I said, why? And they said, like, literally, there was, I still don't, to this day, know why. I couldn't share that
They
information.
just don't want to show how much behind-the-scenes control they have.
He said they don't want to show how much behind-the-scenes control they have, and that is the truth.
They don't want you to prove that, yeah.
Yeah. And they did the same thing to Mikey from Glam and Gore, like, forever ago. And I actually responded to one of her tweets because, like, we had talked about it in person, and I was like, listen, like, I know YouTube is, like, doing this, and, like, I mean, I don't know if it's, like, real or not or whatever, but, like, tweeting about it like this, like, they're just going to fuck you up more. And I was, like, enabling it a couple years ago, where I was literally saying it, like, please, like, don't bite the hand that feeds, like, you're gonna make it worse, like, they have so much control, whatever. And now here I am, a couple years later, like, eating my own fucking ass, like, and I feel guilty and, like, stupid for ever defending it because I didn't, like, truly believe it at that time. I was like, there has to be something more to it. But it is. It's about bottom dollar. Like, ever since everything happened with, like, the major scandals, with, like, the false allegations about PewDiePie and the stuff with the forest, all of those things, like, it hurt advertisers so much, and now it's all they care about is advertisers. And there's so much, like, behind the scenes that I'm still afraid to say and can't speak about or talk about. But, like, I just, like, honestly am at my fucking, like, dude, I'm just, like, at my end. And, like, this version of me, this, like, emotional, worked up, upset version of me, this is what everybody, like, wanted from me. This is what everybody wanted me to be. And, like, how often do you see me doing this? You know? Like, for as much as people say I want drama, I want, like, look at my channel, dude. Where's the drama? Where's the hate? Where's the I want attention. Where's the I'm stirring the pot? Like, I do so much fucking charity and I stop posting about it because when I post about charity, trying to rally people to donate, then I'm told I'm just doing this for attention. I'm doing this for damage control. I had my Thanksgiving charity posts planned for so long. And I wasn't like, I have a fucking video that I interviewed homeless people and people living under the poverty line that I wanted to put out 2 Christmases ago that I was so proud of. And I was going to donate all the money to homelessness in LA and homeless youth in LA. I was going to make it a fundraiser so that we could donate together. And it was a beautiful piece that was spreading awareness about the darkness of the way that the food industry is set up and how people who are impoverished are made to continue to be impoverished, and it's impossible to break out of this cycle. And I didn't post it because at the time I was being called a bully and a scam artist, and I was afraid that if I posted it that everybody was going to say I was only doing it for damage control, even though I had already had it filmed and ready to go. And then I was going to post it this Christmas because I was like, you know what, I didn't do it last year because I was getting so much hate and I didn't want it to look bad. I didn't want to take away from what I was actually doing. And then I was like, I'm gonna post it this year. And it's every year like clockwork. And I don't know if you guys have caught on to it yet, but every year, like November, December, is like, I'm the fucking punching bag of the internet. And I told myself, like, it's not gonna happen this year. Like, keep your head low, don't bother anybody, clean your fucking house, post about cleaning your apartment, post about your house, post about making fucking clocks out of books and candy corn on the cob and like doing dumb shit with your best friend. Like, it's all I do is like my own shit. And like, I'm constantly being dragged into stuff. And I see comments of people who are saying shit like, I'm so tired of GABBIE. She's always in a scandal. I'm unsubscribing because I'm so fucking sick of seeing her face. And that's not my fault. I'm not posting, like, it's not me. That you're like sick of seeing my face and you're unsubscribing to me because people won't leave me alone. People saying, how can we help? Dude, I don't know. I don't know.
When those videos pop up and when you talk to them about it and they just blame, they say, well, that's just part of our algorithm, and that's just like the most cowardly cop-out answer.
Yeah.
Because that's not true.
It's not true. If it was part of the algorithm, then why aren't my viral videos aren't recommended?
It's just the easiest answer they could give.
Literally, there's a video with 75,000 views that was posted over a month ago that gets recommended before any of my fucking videos. How does that make any fucking sense? If I post a video yesterday that has 400,000 views, why are you seeing the video with 75,000 views that's a hate video about me from a month ago? Where in the algorithm does that line up?
It doesn't. It's just, I don't understand why like creators don't have the control of what's relative to their content too.
Yeah.
You know, like what other channels, what other videos.
The thing is, I do understand, like, the point of the algorithm being like, oh, you're interested in GABBIE HANNA? Here's some GABBIE HANNA content. The same as it's like, if I'm searching Ariana Grande music videos and they're recommending to me, like, 10 times that Ariana Grande did this, or, like, Vogue, Ariana, like, it makes sense. But YouTube has a responsibility as a private platform with rules in place about harassment and creator-on-creator attacks and bullying and slander in place. This isn't talking about freedom of speech trying to take that away. This isn't talking about silencing channels. It's about holding people accountable the way I'm held accountable to lies and slander and defamation. It's like if I make a mistake, then it's up in fucking flames. And like everybody on my fucking back, but like no other channel who spread false narratives and shit like that is held accountable to that same standard. I once saw somebody tweet who has made so many videos about me after Bianca's family put out a video saying, we're offended by you guys.
Yeah.
Like, not GABBIE. You guys are the ones who exploited my daughter. You're the one using my daughter's story for views, who was a huge fan of GABBIE, and we're disgusted by that, and that needs to be held accountable. People were tweeting, being like, you guys, hey guys, your turn. Like, you all pushed GABBIE for an explanation. Your turn. Now that we see how her mother feels, why don't you apologize? And one of them literally had the balls to fucking say, I don't know if you know how social media works, something like, it's my platform, I get to choose what I talk about, like you don't get to tell me what I do or do not need to address. But you can tell me what I do or do not need to address. I didn't address the Bianca situation because I wanted to silently put that under without digging up more shit for her and her family because I saw.
You didn't want to handle it on YouTube.
Exactly.
You talked to her mom.
I talked to her mother. I tried to handle it silently and privately and did the right thing by blurring it. And then every channel turned into a fucking circus and made a circus out of her fucking situation and that whole story. But it's me. I'm the toxic one because I said I love that shirt. I have the same shirt. And that I dressed exactly like her. That's me exploiting her death. And I am sorry for the pain that it caused her family, of course. That's why I reached out to her. That's why I made a donation to the scholarship fund. But where's the accountability for everybody else? And where's everybody else's energy for everybody else? Why am I the one who's constantly having to apologize, but if somebody else makes a mistake, crickets? Where's my side of the story being told? Where is it? Someone said, what happened, Gab? You can tell me.
What happened to what?
Like, just right now. Did I vent out everything?
I think you hit it all.
Hey guys, just go fucking stream and download special, please. Please go watch my YouTube video because nobody fucking else will. Because YouTube is going to keep on pushing it down. I will say though, that after I started going off on Twitter a couple days ago, about YouTube, all of a sudden, like, the search results started changing a bit. It's still very heavily, like, drama and hate, but, like, it pushed down so much. So there's, like, obviously something's happening behind the scenes. I'm not having any communication, of course. If my channel gets flagged even more and you guys see less and less and less of me, like, you know why. It's not a coincidence, like, as much as everybody wants to say, that I'm just irrelevant now and nobody cares. It just, the timing of when my views went from 1 million a video to 500,000 and less is pretty convenient. The timing of my YouTube videos always, like, I put out Pillowcase, trended right away. My next music video, Broken Girls, was the day a hit piece was put out about me, and all of a sudden it's gone off trending and I never trend again. I'm supposed to pretend like this is some type of like coincidence and that this isn't like targeted. Like, you're hiding videos and my name and hashtags of videos literally reacting to and supporting my music, and that's not an convenient. You're removing, I have so many tweets saved of people saying I like all your videos, and I go back to them and all of my likes are removed. Removing likes from my videos, demonetizing my videos that have no, like, inappropriate content in it. I'm not live streaming on my main channel because my main channel's already fucked, and because my music video's up, and because I want that to be the attention. Like, this isn't what I want. As much as people say it, like, this isn't what I want. I want people to look at my music. I want people to look at the work and art that I worked tirelessly on. I don't want to be upset and frantic and hurt and venting because I'm finally, like, pushed to my edge. Like, this is a toxic relationship with YouTube as a company and as a community. It's like I'm publicly gaslighted every fucking day for so long now. And there's so many things I haven't even ever spoken about. Like, I still get comments saying opinions are bullying and that I bullied one of my fans because she had a negative opinion about me. And that was a huge story that was started that I still haven't escaped. That girl was mocking me for my eating disorder and was telling me that I was giving young girls eating disorders and making fun of the way my body looked in my Honestly music video. And then I had a private conversation with her because my fans were commenting on her shit. And yeah, I posted it to my story for like literally a couple minutes and deleted it because I was like, okay, I don't want to send hate to her. I wasn't thinking. Removed it. And then my fans seeing her comments saying like, why would you talk about her? She talks about body positivity so much. Why are you hating on her body? Why are you making fun of her weight? Why are you making fun of her? And she was like saying she's such a horrible person. I literally DM'd her and she's not answering me because she doesn't care about people. And I DM'd that girl. And I said, okay, let's have a conversation. And I tried to have an adult, civilized conversation with her and talk to her as a human where she said, well, I wasn't hating, it's just my opinion. And I said, you're allowed to have your opinion, but don't get upset when somebody calls you out for being hateful. Your opinion can be hateful. If I say something to Peyton like, hey, you're really boring and ugly and stupid and I hate you and everything you do sucks. That's just my opinion. That doesn't make it not hateful. And I'm fucking sick of people hiding behind, it's just my opinion. Your opinion can be hateful. And that is what I said to her. You're welcome to have your opinion, but don't try to pretend like it's not hate. And then months after, that was in August, whenever everything else was happening and I was a meme, she contacted drama channels with very, very twisted one-sided narrative and very cropped conversations and one-sided stories to make it sound like I told her that she was bullying me for having an opinion and that if you have a differing opinion than me, then your opinion is bullying or whatever the fuck. And now I still get tweets saying how I don't believe in freedom of speech, and I believe that if you have a negative opinion about me, that you're a bully. And that I don't think that people should have opinions unless they're positive about me. And that's never even at all in any way what I said, but did the channels and the gossip mill run with it and say that I'm bullying my fans? Was the fucking title of that? I bully my fans? Because I had a one-on-one conversation with somebody who was begging me to talk to them because my fans were attacking them because she left a thing about my eating disorder and my fans weren't here for it? That she was making fun of my body and my fans weren't here for it? That she was saying that I have a flat pancake ass because I have an eating disorder and that I'm promoting negative body image and eating disorders to my fans and they weren't here for it? So then she said she won't even answer my DM, so I DM'd her and I said, let's talk about it. And she said it wasn't, it was just my opinion. And I said, well, hey, it was still hateful. And then that turned into the narrative that I bully my fucking fans. And did anybody ask me my side? Did anybody look into it? Or did they just run with that? When I have tried so hard for 6 years to have a personal relationship with my fans and talk to them like humans, wouldn't it have been easier to ignore that girl and say like, fuck her, like let my fans keep hating on her? Wouldn't have that been easier than for me to try to have a conversation and see her side and try to have like an open conversation? And on that note, if you tweet at me, I can't remember if I already like went off on this tangent. If you tweet at me, if you tag me in a hate post, if you tag me in slander and you don't want me to respond and say like, that's not true, or say, hey, can you provide me with evidence that this is true? And then my fans see that I responded and they're like, hey, actually that was debunked, that's not true. And now it's Gabbie sent her fans to attack me. No, the fuck I didn't. You tweeted me with my name tagged, meaning you want me to see it in slander. And I responded to you personally because you tagged me. That's not me sending my fans to attack you. That's you didn't want to be called out because when I asked you, hey, send me a link, send me the evidence, send me whatever it is that you're accusing me of, I'm not going to go find it. Why? Because it doesn't exist? I can't find it. Can you provide it to me? You're accusing me of something. Can you provide it?
I'm
Huh?
gonna say, if you're afraid of getting attacked or afraid of people responding to what you're saying, don't say it, because obviously it's not worth it.
Well, that's just the thing, though, is like everybody wants to be so big because they don't think that I'm gonna fucking see it or respond. And then when they realize, like, oh shit, there's literally nothing to back this up, now I'm a bully because I responded to you and said, hey, could you show me where you got this information?
Exactly.
And then because my fans want to defend me, because my fans are fucking tired of being bullied too. They're tired of being told to fucking kill themselves. They're tired of being told that they support a rape apologist. They're tired of being told that they support somebody who exploited the death of a murdered teenager. They're tired of that, and they defend me and themselves. So now that's me sending my fans to harass you because you tagged me in a post. That wasn't true. So anyways, guys, wow, I did not expect this to like go here. And I'm sure, guess what? I'm going to get backlash. There's going to be clips taken out of context. It's going to be that I can't take accountability, which I think is arguably not true, because I think that anytime I actually was in a situation, I've responded appropriately and professionally and calmly and nonpartisan as I can. It's going to be said that I'm erratic and I'm impulsive, regardless of the fact that I was silent for months and months and months, and I'm finally at a fucking breaking point, because that's what toxic people do. Toxic people will lie and manipulate you and abuse you and push you to your edge until you finally snap. And then the second you snap, they will point the finger and use it as a way to show how crazy and unstable you are. And I've been in relationships like this, with boyfriends like this. I've been in friendships like this. And now I'm in a relationship with the internet where no matter what I do, I can be silent and I'm called a drama queen. I can respond and I'm called a drama queen. I can make videos doing silly arts and crafts with my best friend and clean my apartment and move into my house and decorate my house and do art and paint squishies. And I'm still just going to be... She always wants drama. She's always in a scandal. So that's what Special's about. And it's not getting any support from YouTube. I wish it would. And at the end of the day, like, I'm happy to just like have a conversation with YouTube and for them to correct it. Because even though it's been placed in front of them so many times, and it's been brought to them so many times, and they've said there's nothing they can do, I also realized, you know what? YouTube's a huge corporation. I'm one person. And even though I've been one of their largest creators for years, and literally has, I guess YouTube is deleting their comments now. They also hid the comments on a video defending me. I'm willing for them to correct their mistakes. I won't hold a grudge. I'll continue posting. Just treat me the way you treated me before there were multiple hit pieces put out about me. Listen to me. When I'm telling you, hey, this person photoshopped me saying a very offensive racial slur onto their thumbnail. Could you do something about this? And they don't. Or, hey, this person put out a video about me. Here's all the evidence that none of this is a lie, or that all of this is a lie and none of it is true. So this is a straight up hit piece. They don't do anything about it, and that's fine. When all of a sudden all of these videos pop up at once, it's fine. You know what I mean? It's just like everything's about a bottom dollar. And when you think about like how much money YouTube has, it's pretty crazy that they're still nickel and diming in the weirdest ways. Someone said, please apologize to Peyton. Me? YouTube is deleting the truth. What do you mean? Are they deleting comments again? Wow, I guess they're literally deleting comments like out of the chat.
That's weird.
Yeah, people keep saying it. They said YouTube is deleting comments. Dude, it's just crazy to me because for a platform whose all all about like, hey, we can't do anything about the channels that are literally pretending like you said racial slurs that you never said. We can't do anything about that, but because free speech. But also, let me delete all of the comments calling out YouTube for their toxic behavior.
Right.
Let me delete all of the information about YouTube shadow banning your account. Let me delete all the comments and stuff about, and also I'm wondering where the fuck this is. They tweeted at me, they said, we want to assure you that this is like top priority. It's been days. I know they work the weekends. YouTube doesn't go on like break, like they have people working. So like, why haven't I gotten a meeting or a phone call or like information yet?
Because then they would admit what they did.
They're probably game planning
Yeah.
with like PR, like, okay, how do we handle this? Or they're waiting to see how big it gets. They're waiting to see like, okay, like GABBIE doesn't have any support from the community whatsoever. So chances are nobody's going to talk about this. They know that other YouTubers are terrified of them. The number of texts and phone calls and DMs I get from YouTubers saying we're literally terrified of YouTube. I wish I could stand up for you, but I'm fucking terrified because they've already threatened me before for standing up against something else because they were protecting, I don't want to say the P word, they were protecting them because they had this thing where if you had a child in who was doing gymnastics or dance and there was a comment underneath it by somebody who was doing something inappropriate, they would delete your video and hide the comments and the monetization on your video, but then they wouldn't do anything about the accounts who were actually being dangerous towards children.
Right.
So then somebody spoke up about that. Their views went from millions to the low hundreds of thousands overnight.
Because they thought that
overnight.
They thought silencing the problem was to take down the creator, not the person saying it.
And that's what they do. They take down the creators who speak up against the problem, and they don't want to actually fix the problem. So since they know that I've been completely ostracized from the YouTube community, since everybody's afraid to collab with me, everybody's afraid to publicly defend me, everybody's afraid to publicly speak out against what's been going on, then somebody said, what's the P word? Then they're waiting. They're waiting to see if it quiets down because they're like, okay, well, you know, GABBIE can't talk about this forever because people are just going to keep getting sick of it and then she'll have to stop talking about it. They know that no other YouTubers are going to come forward and defend me. Phil DeFranco won't touch it. He's scared. Everyone's scared. They keep deleting comments, they're saying. Someone said, why does this feel like I'm sitting listening to my best friend vent out her worries? Thank you so much for saying that because it's gotten to this point where like I'm not a human to anybody. And if I like just vent and I'm like a human being, like if you do just imagine like I'm your friend sitting on my bed, like telling you how upset I am, the way I talk to Peyton, the way I talk to Irene, like I've had these conversations with them. But if I do it online, then I'm an attention whore. I'm a drama queen. I'm starting problems. I'm dramatic. I'm playing the victim. Because I'm not a human being with emotions or that's going through something. And it's gotten to this point too where everyone's like, you're a master manipulator who couldn't fool anybody. Hey guys, real quick, if I was a master manipulator, don't you think that you guys all would have like caught on like a little, or no, you guys wouldn't catch on, right? Yeah. If I was this huge master manipulator, it wouldn't be happening. Be concerned about the people who have you fooled, not the ones who clearly aren't manipulating fucking anybody. But it's gotten to this point where like, you want us to be manipulative. Like you want YouTubers to be a certain thing because if we don't act the way we're feeling and we're completely torn apart, we police ourselves so much. I also saw Mikey tweet something like that recently where she was like, I feel like I'm a fraction of who I was. And people followed me on YouTube because I was showing my personality, and I don't even know what my fucking personality is anymore because I'm so afraid of how it's going to be twisted or what's going to be demonetized or how people are going to take it or what's going to be not politically correct. And it's like, when you sit down and you talk, it's like, okay, I know that I can't look to the left or the right because if I do that, then people are going to say, oh, well, when you look to the right, it's because you're trying to recall a lie. But if I look to the left, then, oh, well, she reversed her screen so nobody could tell that she was looking to the right because she's, YouTube unsubscribe me from your channel. Yes, I get tweets like that every day. The likes are being removed from my channel. My subscribers are being removed from my channel.
Notifications?
Huh?
Notifications one time?
I don't know so much about notifications because everybody is fucked with notifications. YouTube is so bad with notifications, but people are literally being unsubscribed from my channel. And obviously, I'm also losing subscribers because of all of the hate and the lies, but also people are literally being unsubscribed from my channel. Mikey's notifications never worked. That's why I feel so bad for, like, I don't know if it was like a year ago or 2 years ago, but like I remember when she was going through this and I like told her like, listen, just stop speaking out against it because I feel like it's making it worse. Because I talked to somebody at YouTube who told me like she's not doing herself any favors by bashing YouTube. And like I tried to tell her like, hey, stop, and like maybe they'll start helping you out again. And then like now being in the situation, I'm like, oh no, they'll never release you unless you complain or unless they get scared. But now at this point, it's like somebody said YouTube keeps on subbing. Yeah, I know. I know. Real interesting you're doing this when a song came out. Megan, hey. No fuck, right? Right? No fuck? Because I put out a song that I worked hard on and it's being shadow banned. And it's not doing well because my channel's shadow banned. I put out a music video today about how my name is constantly dragged for money and that I'm being painted as a someone just said people are going to call you a psychopath. Yeah, a sociopath, a psychopath, a victim. So yeah, I'm talking about it right now because right now my video is out and it's been up for 4 hours and has 144,000 views. The likes on it are 27,000 likes to 400 dislikes, showing that people clearly like it. My music videos have always trended 1, 2, or 3, and this one won't trend, just like my last Bad Karma didn't trend. What my other video, Dandelion didn't trend. Glass House didn't trend. Nothing has trended except for my video where I talked about the fact that they won't trend my videos, and they trended that one, which I found very, very funny. So yeah, I'm talking about it today. And as far as me, people saying that I bring up stuff to promote my music, like when I put out my response to everything that happened in November, and I put it out right before my EP, and I said in there, in that video and in the description, I know it looks suspicious that I'm putting this out right before my EP, but that's because my name was once again brought into somebody's thumbnail trying to bring up drama. I can't help that. But I'll be fucking damned if I'm going to continue to let my projects get fucking completely slammed with hate. I put out Broken Girls, and an hour later a hit piece comes out, or a couple hours, whatever it was, and then my entire, that somebody who hadn't posted in months, just conveniently, this music video that I'm promoting like fucking crazy, the day, hours after that comes out, doesn't post again for months. I'm promoting my EP like fucking crazy, and there's a thumbnail with my name in it, bringing up the drama again. Yeah, I'm gonna respond. And I would have never said another fucking word about it. Just like I never have. Like, do you guys realize that? I didn't say anything for months. And nothing else was posted for months. And then I'm promoting the shit out of an EP, and all of a sudden there's a need to bring up this drama again and put my name in a thumbnail. But guess what? Guess who gets accused of looking for attention? Me, not the person capitalizing on my name, using my name in tags and in thumbnails, capitalizing on drama. That's not somebody who anybody's looking at like, oh, that was clearly for attention. There was no need for that. It's me for responding, because I don't want my project to once again get ruined the way Broken Girls was ruined. I had to hide the comments on Broken Girls because the entire thing was filled with slander, saying that I left my best friend for her rapist. All of it. People are going back to interviews that I did a year ago or less. There was like an interview that I did like right before that came out with Phil DeFranco. And when I put it out, everybody was like, it's so obvious how much you've grown as a human. You're such a beautiful soul. Thank you so much for being so vulnerable, like all this shit. And then people are going to that interview after the fact saying this aged well. Wow, look how manipulative it is. I can't believe that we believe this person was a good person. And saying how fucked up it is that I put out a song called Broken Girls because I'm the one who breaks people and takes advantage of and abuses broken girls. Like, I don't deserve to have all of my projects being hijacked when I don't bother anybody. I don't fucking subtweet anybody. I'm not trying to start drama with anybody. In all of my time on YouTube, outside of one of my first storytime videos that a big YouTuber told me to post, and I took her advice because I was she was my idol, told me to post the Rebecca Black story. And I privated it because I was like, oh, that thing I did 6 years ago, like that doesn't represent me or who I want to be, and it's gone. Where else on my channel am I trying to bash somebody? When have you ever seen me subtweet another YouTuber? When have you ever seen me try to start drama with somebody? And it's like this thing that keeps happening too, where I'll respond to somebody who's like starting drama with me, which I barely even do that. But if I do dare respond and try to defend myself, people say that I'm starting drama with that person. And it's like, no, this person started it. How are you saying that I started this? I didn't start this. I never said this person's name. I never subtweeted this person. I never made a video about this person. But if somebody does it to me and I respond, I'm starting drama with this person? Thank you. Delilah said you always say to yourself, yes, I do. And that's what's so frustrating is go to my channel. Like I said, go to my channel. Go to my Twitter and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. Please, I'm begging you. And try to find where I try to stir up drama. Please.
Don't be dumb.
Huh?
Don't be dumb.
Thank you, Adriana. They said you've never been the one to start drama. You always get pulled into it. Thank you. Maybe. Someone said, maybe I'm not understanding and I'm not trying to be rude. Are you only upset because it's not trending? Because I think YouTube trending is still screwed with whatever goes up. Anyway, it's random. First of all, it's not random. It is 100% hand selected. I promise you that. I know for a fact that it is. I've been told by the inside that it is. It is hand selected. And it was, like I said, every single time I posted a YouTube video, trended 1, 2, or 3, always, because it is hand selected and because they supported me. And I was always appreciative of that. I always screenshotted it, posted it, tweeted, thanked YouTube. I've always been appreciative of that. And then the one day I put up my Broken Girls video, it was trending. And then somebody put a hit piece about me. And then it was ripped from trending and I've never trended again. It's not just about me not trending, even though it hurts a lot. It's about my channel shadow banned. It's about recommending slander to your audience about me, but not recommending my own videos. It's about I've worked tirelessly. I've never fucking taken a vacation for 6 years, loyal and dedicated to this fucking platform. And now my channel is also unsubbed. Exactly. But YouTube won't listen to that. The number of people who have told me that they've been unsubscribed from my channel. This is personal. Thank you guys for saying this is fucking personal. I went from 4 million to 3.4 on Instagram. You think that doesn't hurt me in my career? I went from 6.7, I think. Now I'm at 6.1 on YouTube and will probably continue to drop. Do you think that's not harmful to me or my music or my career? This is my fucking life. My Twitter dropped. My engagement dropped. This person's unsub too. Tell me how this makes sense. And this is no shade to Tana. Please don't take this. I got unsubbed. Yep. This is no shade to Tana at all. But I put out Dandelion, charted on iTunes, pretty high. Had a lot of like hype elsewhere on the internet for it. Didn't trend, even though it had pretty good views, like first day views, like it should have been trending. And then Tana had a video for Without You. It wasn't even on her channel. When it started trending, it was a topic video with her song. And it had, I believe, like 5,000 to 10,000 views. And it was trending like high on YouTube. Because they handpick it. They choose who they were supporting. And that's no shade to Tana. That's like, I'm glad. Like, they should be trending music from their creators. But please tell me how a topic video that has a couple thousand views on it, that's not even on Tana's channel, with her song, is trending high on YouTube. And none of my music videos that have like big views on them on my channel, Alexis, I got unsub too. So many people are in my comments right now being like, shit, I'm unsubbed. Like, they don't even fucking realize that they're unsubbed.
Yeah, that's weird.
Someone said, can someone say YouTube is the reason I need therapy shirts? Did you ever see my YouTube is my therapy shirt?
No.
My merch used to be YouTube is my therapy.
Oh.
Oh, wait, somebody else just said, oh, it's the same person. Logan, I was unsubbed. Morgan, I was unsubbed. Catherine, I was unsubbed. They're literally unfucking subscribing people from my channel.
Wow.
And that's out of the 5,000 people in this live. I had my notifications on and they disabled them. Jessica.
Like just now?
Sarah Hayes, I was unsubbed and I resubbed. Lydia, I was unsubbed. Janice, I was unsubbed. Like, they're literally destroying my channel.
That's weird.
They're probably taking active users. Wait, what's that one say? Sarah, my notifications got disabled today.